Hey guys, this is Lala Legacy, and welcome back to another episode of Roommates. So, before we start, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button because that would mean the whole world to me. And after this video, if you like it, hit the like button too. Alright, so we are into spring break, so let's start. Everyone's packing their stuff. Nobody can stop talking about our trip to the beach house. I'm a little worried that we still have to pay our own way, but I think I've got enough squirreled away. Thankfully, Max's van is big enough to carry all of us down there, so we all have to chip in for gas. It's cheaper than a taxi, though. You almost ready? Almost, just a couple more things. Hey, what do you think of this swimsuit? Isabella holds up a skimpy two-piece against her shirt. Oh, Isabella, that looks really good on you. I bet you'll turn every head on the beach. You know it, girl. If I don't get at least one guy to walk into a pool out there, this thing is a failure. Anyway, hurry up. We're all itching to get going. Seriously, you ripped that one on purpose. Those last 3 miles were hell. You're full of it. Quit trying to blame it on me. Come on, guys, we're here. It doesn't matter anymore. Our lungs will probably grow back. It's fine. Ha! It was a long 15-hour trip, but we finally made it. The beach house sits before us, and the ocean sits just on the other side of it. It's pretty late. What do we want to do? Let's get settled into the house first. I want to see what the room situation is like. So, are we really the only ones here all week? Yeah, unfortunately, Roxanne and the others had to bow out. They couldn't afford their own transportation. I'd feel bad, but this place doesn't really look big enough for all of us anyway. Max is right. The house looks pretty... Wait, Max said that? Okay, whatever. The house looks pretty cozy. Once we've got the door open and the place scouted, it looks like there are only 3 bedrooms. Each has a king-size bed in it, but still. Well, I suppose we could split off into pairs. Maybe someone can use the couch out here. Actually, let's use 2 of the rooms for 3 people. We could go girls and boys. What? Why wouldn't we use all the rooms? Max and Isabella seem to share a quick glance. I'm not sure why she wouldn't want to put all the rooms to use all the rooms either, but those 2 seem to have a plan. Because, numbnuts, we've already got a perfectly good split here. Why mess up all the rooms? Because it's ours for the week? That means we have to be rude? No. It's much better if we leave one of the rooms, empty, where we know that none of the others will be in it. Where everyone knows that we shouldn't go into that room, especially without knocking. Dominic looks between Max and Isabella as some kind of realization dawns on his face. I'm just saying, it's a long week, lots of folks about. Come on, douche-in-it, catch the hint already. Yeah, I get it. You 2 are gross, but whatever, fine. Isabella and Max high-five as everyone else starts putting their stuff into one of the rooms. Everyone splits up across male or female, setting their stuff down and making their sleeping arrangements. Okay, ladies, let's get set up. How are we for the bed situation? What do you gals think? Hey, I'm okay with a little snuggling. What do you say, Anne? I guess I'm trying not to blush too much. I don't think I'm succeeding. Yes, you'll hump anything that moves, but if anyone's going to grope me, I'd like them to have a pecker to back it up, thanks. Oh, what? That's incredibly insulting. You think I can't get a strap-on on short notice? Pff, don't underestimate me. You're so gross, Isabella. How do you expect me to be when I've got you 2 beautiful specimens rooming with me? Tell me you at least brought some nice revealing swimsuits. Laughing, we each take our bathing suits out of our luggage. Isabella inspects them while nodding her approval. Anyway, let's take turns with the bed. I bought a sleeping bag just in case, so I could take the first floor shift. That's awfully generous of you. Yeah, well, I'm told I'm a bed hog, so I guess I was just expecting to get kicked out at some point. We all have a good laugh over that. All right. Oops. Let me go get some more blankets from the linen closet and we'll see if we can't set up a third space here. As Sally leaves, Isabella turns towards me with a wicked grin on her face. Well, I'm a free lady now, Anne. If you're going to make your move, now's your chance. What, before Sally gets back? I mean, I imagine you would have preferred if we could take our time. Isabella laughs deeply at that one. It's always nice to know I can make her laugh. Don't you worry, Anne. I'm sure we'll manage to figure out a chance to take all the time we need. Isabella winks, lasciviously at me. As I try not to blush too much, I even manage to wink back before descending into giggles. Okay, I think this'll do us. Come on, girls, what say we turn in? Tomorrow's probably going to be just as long, if for different reasons. Speaking of just as long, oh my gods, Isabella! It's probably another few hours before we drift off to sleep. Come on, everyone, that beach isn't gonna lie all over itself. First one there gets to rub suntan lotion on my back. Everyone's up and dressed for some fun on the beach. Sally cooked us up some great vegan pancakes for breakfast. I have to admit, I'm looking forward to spending the day on the beach. Our first day here, we basically just went into the nearby town and picked up supplies. We found a nice little outlet mall. Sally and Dominic wanted to look through it a bit, so we ended up spending our day in town just enjoying the local flavor. Today is promising to be some fun on the beach. The sky is clear and the water is warm. I can't wait. It is really beautiful out here. It makes the stress of this last quarter just melt away. We've got our own private beach, which means I don't feel nearly as self-conscious about walking around in my swimsuit. Everyone else is just as undressed as I am. Sometimes it still feels like I'm in some kind of model's dorm, but I don't feel as much like an outsider anymore. Rakesh and Sally are looking out over the water, like they're thinking about going in first. No, Rakesh, you're not going to be able to snorkel in here. It's too shallow. I suppose looking at it, you may be right. Still, I would like to explore and see. Max and Dominic are setting up a net of some kind a little ways off. Meanwhile, I'm putting on some sunscreen under a nice beach umbrella Isabella had. I've got a few good books out here and I'm looking forward to relaxing and reading for a while. No, it has to go on the third rung, you dumbass. Otherwise it's gonna be too low. It's a net, not a limbo stick. Shut up, jackass. If you don't get it straight, we won't be doing anything with it. Ooh, Rakesh, shake that pretty ass, boy. Behave, Isabella. Come on, Rakesh, let's see how deep it gets out there. Watch out for the undertow, you two. It's nice to have the whole house out here, getting along and enjoying the beach. It almost feels like we've got our own nice little family. A few hours later, everyone's gathered around the deck table with another great lunch properly finished off. Thanks for the meal, Rakesh. That was great. Yeah, man, good job. Though I'm eyeing that grill. I think we may have to fire that up tonight. We bought charcoal, right? Yeah, and some hamburger and veggie patties. Oh, that sounds delicious too. I'm gonna end up stuffing myself silly this week. Well then, we're just gonna have to exercise that much harder. True. We should go do something now. Hey, let's put that volleyball net to good use. What do you folks say? I'm game. Let's do it. I'll lead one team. Don't you get enough trying to herd cats being our... don't you get enough trying to herd cats being our RA? I'm not going to stop until I whip you into shape. The rest of us decide it's not worth it to argue with him and let him lead one of the teams. Sally volunteers to lead the other one. The two confer for a few moments before turning to us with their team selections. Okay, we discussed that, or what seems fair, and for the teams it's me, Rakesh, and Anne, for Team 1. For Team 2, it's Sally, Isabella, and any stray hobos they can pick up. Sally elbows Dominic in the ribs. Come on, Max, Isabella, let's clobber these suckers! I laugh as Isabella and Max make their way to Sally. Meanwhile, Dominic calls Rakesh and I over to our side of the net for a strategy meeting. Okay, Anne, you're gonna be our trap card. They're going to think you're our weakest link. Sorry, I'm not really very physical. I hope I'll do okay. No, that's good. Look like you don't think you can handle it. Then that way, they'll keep the ball coming at you. Meanwhile, Rakesh and I will know exactly where the ball is going. And we could compensate. Brilliant, General. When the ball does come to you, try to set it. That way, we can complete for points. If you think you've got a shot, though, take it. I've got confidence in you. Dominic looks pleased with himself as Rakesh and he clasp hands. Victory is already smoldering in their eyes, while I can only chuckle and hope I don't drag them down too much. You chumps ready for the fire? Don't get too cocky, Missy. We've got brawn and brains to spare. You mean you've gone spare? We have spare tires in our brains. Everyone looks at Rakesh for a moment, but decides to let it pass. What say we make this interesting, folks? Oh, what are you thinking? Let's say the winning team gets out of cleaning duties for the rest of the trip. Oh yes, I will enjoy all of my extra free time. Ha! You wish! Dominic fishes a quarter out of a pocket and flips it. He points to me and says to call it. Luckily, Tails doesn't fail me, and it's our turn first. Dominic tosses me the ball. Looks like it's my serve. To Sally. I may not be the most physical woman here, but I'm no slouch. I wind up and swat the ball straight at Sally. Luckily, she's not expecting it at all and flails at her bump. The ball goes flying past Max on its way out of bounds. Nice. Alright, your point. I'll grab the ball. We rotate positions with Dominic serving this time. He tosses the ball and does a jump serve right to Isabella. Isabella laughs as she easily returns the ball back over the net. We get a couple of good volleys in. Rakesh almost spikes one home, but a last minute dive by Sally saves it. Rakesh sends a wide bump over toward Max. He catches it easily, but his teammates are nowhere near, so he sends it back over the net, right at me. Maybe I could score. We're gonna set it up for one of our teammates. I think about spiking it, but I know one of the boys could do it better. Instead, I get under the ball and set it over to Dominic. He takes a high-flying leap at it and sends the ball hurtling right past Sally and Isabella. Max tries to dive for it, but he's too late. Nice work, Anne! We high-five while Sally sticks her tongue at me. After another half an hour, we're all feeling hot and sweaty, but it's been great exercise. Sally's team has scored 12 to Dominic's 14. We're getting really close to match point, and it's my serve again. I have a chance to maybe end the game here, since we're only playing to 15. Now, where to serve it this time? To Sally again. I rear back and get the serve going. Sally is my target this time. I've been holding my own in this match, I think. But I can see this serve is wonky the second the ball leaves my hands. Sally sees it too and gets right under it. She bumps it right to Isabella, who easily spikes it towards the opposite side of the net. Don't worry, Anne. No big deal. It would have been more dramatic if the last point had been some epic struggle, but it really wasn't. The ball was served normally, and we even managed to volley a few times. Then, without warning, Sally went for a set and stumbled in the sand. The ball bounced off her exposed legs and rolled out of bounds. We made the last point. Everyone laughed and cheered as the final point was scored. Rakesh and Dominic rush over to give out high fives. I grab their hands and we jump a little for having won our game. Welp, looks like I'll be cooking with extra dishes tonight. I would have so much more free time now that you losers are doing the cleaning. Nice work, everyone. It was a good game. The final tally was Dominic's 15 to Sally's 13. I wandered over to the water and took a few moments to stretch. That was a lot of fun, and I really can't wait to see what the rest of the week will hold. The last 2 days have been incredible. I've been hanging out with my friends on and off the beach. This has probably been the best vacation of my life. Quiet time to read, the gentle lapping of waves, laughter of friends. I can hardly believe it. It's all the more disappointing that tomorrow we have to pack up and head back to the dorm. I've got one more day to spend here, and I'm going to make sure it's the best caper yet. I think everyone's had the same thought, actually. After Dominic made everyone breakfast, we all split up to sort of do our own thing. I've gotten a good breakfast and a good shower in. Now I just need to figure out what to do with my day. Yep, let's go. I walk out onto the deck and take a brief moment to watch over the waves. It's beautiful here. I can see why Professor Task bought it, and why he wanted to keep it to himself. Where did everybody go today? I think Rakesh went to the garage. He's probably painting something in there that he shouldn't be. Isabella probably went to go fall asleep on the beach. Dominic went for a jog along the beach. He said he'd been too lax this week, and I'm pretty sure Max took the van into town to get it gassed up for the return trip. I know that the last quarter of the year is coming up. I probably won't have another chance to get some good alone time with someone. If I don't make something happen now, nobody's going to have time to try and make it happen later. We are gonna go hang out with Isabella. I went outside and head toward the beach. There's a nice stretch between some high rock outcroppings that Isabella fell in love with almost immediately. As I come around the wall, I could see her laying out on her blanket under the umbrella. Hey, Isabella. Oh, hey, Anne. What's up? Nothing really. I just thought I'd come hang out with you. Sure, sit on down. You bring a book with you? Nah, I've still got time to read on the trip home. Besides, it's so nice out here. Isabella smiles beamingly up at me and pats the spot on the blanket next to her. I take a seat next to her, looking out over the water. I'm glad I found this spot, nice and private. Definitely. This has been such a great week. I've been really happy being out here with you all. Isabella chuckles but doesn't say anything. Say, can I ask you something? Of course. What do you, look for in a girl? Isabella looks me up and down, smiling. I don't know what you've got. Isabella, I was being serious. Ha, so was I. What do I look for in a girl? I guess the same things I look for in a guy. That's one of the things about being pansexual. Gender doesn't really matter to me. I like the personalities I like. Everyone on the gender spectrum does things their own way. They each have their own delicious quirks, but the traits that make a good lover and partner can be pretty universal. I nod as I take that in, looking Isabella over. Oh hey, that reminds me. Can you get my back for me? Can never get it very well on my own. Isabella rolls onto her back, after handing me her suntan lotion. Wait, she rolls onto her back? I splash some on my hands while I let my eyes roam over her curves. As I begin to rub the lotion into her back, Isabella lets out a small satisfied sigh. Her skin is so smooth and soft. I hate to admit it, but I almost forget I'm supposed to be rubbing lotion in and get lost in just exploring her back with my hands. I almost let my hands stray down to her waistline, but I stopped myself at the last moment. Finally, I have to admit I'm done and move away from Isabella. She sits back up and gives me an appreciative grin. Perfect. Oh, you probably want some sunscreen. Here. Isabella holds up a different bottle out at me. I look at the bottle and back up to Isabella's face. She looks gorgeous spread out on her side, glowing next to the warm sand. Oh, did you already put some on? I try my best not to blush. I don't know what's stirring inside me, but somehow it feels like something I have to pursue. I was hoping that you could put it on for me. Isabella's eyebrows go up in surprise for a moment, but then her eyes lid languidly, and her smile changes a bit. Oh, giving yourself up to my insidious wiles, are you? I shake my head, but look her in the eyes. You're just so beautiful, Isabella, and bold and outgoing. You never let the world do what it wants with you. You're always in charge. It's just, you impress me so much, and when you say that you like me too, it makes my heart flutter. It makes me so happy in a way I didn't think it would. Isabella puts a hand against my lips quietly. I'm being honest when I say it. You're amazingly beautiful, Anne, in lots of ways. But you're also sincere and genuinely giving. You're probably the kindest person I've ever met. I know being with a woman isn't something you necessarily saw for yourself. But if you decide you want to take this path, I'd be happy to walk down that road with you. Isabella moves her hand from my mouth to gently cup my cheek. She looks into my eyes, her face coming closer. I want that, Isabella. Maybe I always wanted that, but I know I want it now. Oh boy. I lean forward with my eyes closed and my mouth pursed. A few moments later, I feel Isabella's lips pressed into my own. The kiss is surprisingly gentle and restrained. I sigh happily as Isabella pulls my head to her chest, gently kissing my head all over. I scoot up to kiss her lips again. I don't know much about this. I mean, not just with a woman. It's only been just in general. Isabella chuckles and kisses my cheek, making her way to lick my ear gently, wrapping her arms tenderly around me. Oh, Anne, you of all people should understand what it means to be a quick study. I can't help but laugh as she gently lays me back onto the blanket. I wrap my arms around her as she kisses my cheeks and my lips and my eyes. Her kisses are tender and searching. Soon, her lips have found my neck. She nibbles a little, and it sends a thrill through me. I let a small moan escape my lips. Isabella's hands are all over, touching me everywhere. My arms, my hips, my chest, my legs, just exploring. As Isabella's lips begin to explore where her hands had been before, I close my eyes and just let the feeling overcome me. I reach out a hand and Isabella's hand grabs it. Connected, I sigh and moan very much forget to study. 30 minutes later, I am about as exhausted as I felt in a long while. I smile down at Isabella, who slinkily gets back to her hands and knees and comes up to give me a kiss. I can't believe I did that, and I could barely speak. Isabella just laughs at me. Oh yes, I will definitely have fun teaching you. Such a good student. And on a beach, no less. Somebody could have seen. The enormity of what just happened starts to hit me, and I almost feel like I could panic. But Isabella just holds me tightly in her arms, and I calm down. Thank you, Isabella. Of course, I know this has been confusing for you, but I've meant what I've said. You're an amazing person, Anne, and I'm glad I broke up with that asshole before this trip. And I'm so grateful you've stuck with me through all that. But I'm free to be with who I want again, and I want to be with you. And I want to be with you, Isabella. Probably more than I've wanted most things. Is that weird? No, I don't think it is. Isabella and I lie there, her arms around me protectively, uh, me hugging her to me gently. It's sweet and comforting and feels so right. Together, we talk for a while until the sun gets to be a bit too much. Then we pack up and make our way back inside. Alright, so let's check our stats now. Okay, spontaneous has to be 300. Oh, and I already got my active. Alright. Spontaneous it is. That's active. Spontaneous. I mean, yeah, there's nothing there that I could do. Spontaneous. Cafe. Sleep early there. Pub. Cafe. I mean, I guess we could study there. Take a nap. And then, yeah. Okay, we should be able to do this. I hope. Oh, I hope. All right, we need week 17 Wednesday. Okay, we're at 242 already. So, how are you liking it here, Anne? I knew it'd be fun with you here. Yeah, I'm enjoying myself a lot. It's been fun taking all the weird orders that come in. Now you just have to take the final step. The step to becoming a true master of this cafe. Uh-huh, sure thing, Isabella. Come on, I'm not gonna fall for it. Fall for what? Mastering your chosen craft? Becoming a paragon of this profession? But, I mean, aren't we just taking people's orders? Oh, so you want to be average, a C+ type, huh? Okay, never mind then. I have no idea. I guess just do it? I've never been average in my life. Let's do this. That's the spirit. Now come stand on this chair. Perfect. Now get up on your toes. Okay, now point that leg out. Are you sure about this? Hey, who's the master here? Now, put your right index finger on your nose. Point your other finger east. Now, a good hostess should be able to concentrate on customer orders no matter what. So, while I run my hands over your smooth and adorable stomach, you concentrate on how you would fill customer orders, okay? Right, let's get started. I don't think that's entirely... Oh my gosh, why are you... No, leave my shirt alone. I can concentrate on orders just fine. Just put that... What are you... You guys know I'm back here, right? Just cooking away? Seriously, Isabella, what are you doing? Smitty? Oh, training. It's done now. Super necessary, though. I get off the chair and shake my head. I believe I've been taken advantage of. That was a good day's work. Oh, goodness. All right, Wednesday. I know this bed is just a cheap single, but after a long day, it feels fantastic. The last quarter has barely begun, and I'm already feeling blown out. I even made it home before everyone else. I pulled my cell phone out to put it on the charger and noticed a text from Isabella. We haven't had the chance to hang out much the last few days. It might be nice to go out tonight. Maybe I'll give Isabella a call. Heck yeah, we will. I smile and call up the speed dial contact for Isabella. Hopefully, we can at least catch a bite to eat together. Oh, hey Anne, how you doing? Doing great. Just got a bit of studying done. How are you doing? How's work? You coming home soon? Ha, doing fine. My shift's almost over. You want to have some fun? Of course, that's why I called. An hour later, I'm with Isabella in her room, and I'm in my workout clothes. She tried to get my shirt off, but I'm still a bit shy about it. Isabella laughed at me. Wait, her swimsuit is her workout clothes? No, really, I've been learning massage. I was hoping to practice. You'll like it. Oh, alright, but I'm keeping my shirt on. Isabella smiles and kisses my cheek tenderly as I get down onto her bed. For now, anyway. I lay out as she begins rubbing my back. It feels fantastic. She even starts using her elbows to work at some of my tough spots. Oh wow, Isabella. You really have been practicing. That feels heavenly. Are you studying to be a masseuse? Not really. This is just something to get my partner all hot and bothered. It's working. I'm studying for a teaching degree, actually. Wait, what? You want to teach massage? Isabella bonks me on the head. I snicker as Isabella shakes her head. Seriously, though, that's kind of a surprise. Hey, I've always said college is the time to play around. I take my studies seriously, but I'm not going to be able to party like this forever. Why teaching? I come from a pretty small town. Not easy to get a quality education there. When I'm done here, I'm going to go back there and help. That's really sweet, Isabella. Well, I've got some time before I settle down, and I do have my hands all over you. I blush a bit as I reach my hands down to start pulling up my shirt. A while later, I stand up to stretch. Maybe next time we can actually get out of a bedroom. Let's see, definitely. I can't wait for next time. Isabella smiles at me and we chuckle. Aww. Oh, hello. I can't believe we've been working together these days. This is so great. Definitely. I love hanging out with you here. I guess we still have to take care of customers now and then, too. Oh, I guess so. Now remember, no fooling around while we're on shift. That would be just awful. I mean, seriously, it would be so bad to mess around with each other here in the cafe. So wrong. Definitely never. It's completely unthinkable. I can't even imagine doing that at work. That would be completely irresponsible and unprofessional. I know. That's just what I was saying, wasn't it? Oh, please. I know exactly what you were saying. No dice. Sheesh. Sorry, boss. Didn't know I was dating a nun. What? Wait. I thought that we were saying that as a joke. No! Nothing like a hard-earned nothing like a hard-earned day's pay. No! Oh well. It's fine, I guess. Not really sure what I want to do tonight. I should probably get some work done, but it's Saturday and I feel like taking a little time to myself. I respectfully request that you back off. With all due respect, please stay away from me. I turn for a moment, wondering if Rakesh is talking to me, but I don't think he is. He's got a notebook in one hand and he's tapping it with a pen in the other. He seems to be considering what he wants to write down. He looks up from his notebook and catches me looking at him. Ah, Anne, welcome home. I must tell my parents how I feel, if possible, without letting them know how I feel. Or without telling them how I feel. He looks at me as though I've got the answers hidden in my back pocket. I'm not sure what to tell him. Nope, we're skipping. Oh, well, I'd help, but I couldn't possibly hope to understand all the feelings you would need to put into a letter like that. I know you could do it, Rakesh. Do your best. Rakesh nods at me with a mixture of disappointment and bewilderment in his eyes. He turns and walks away upstairs. I can't help but feel I've dodged a bit of a bullet there. I really don't want to get into the middle of Rakesh's family squabble. Yeah, no. Not this time around. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to be able to go through another week, so I think this is where I'm gonna end it. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. We are almost to 300 spontaneous, so we'll be able to get there, and we have a couple more things like opportunities to get back to 100 with Isabella. So I'm not too worried about it, but it was kind of bullshit because she was like joking, and I thought that my response was also gonna be joking and not serious. Uh, so I thought she was gonna be into that, but apparently not. That is not how it played out. Anyways, if you like this, put or leave this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye!